My name is Chastity Needham, and I graduated 2021.
My name is Kadence and I'm going to be graduating 2026. Oh yeah,
And we're sisters. Well, first of all, me and my older sister, started at the Sandpoint High School. We both did. And then while I was in my freshman year and she was in her sophomore year there, she was having a hard time and decided to switch over to the LPO for academic purposes. And then I was struggling in my freshman year there.
I started LPO as a freshman. I definitely was normal, typical sassy teenager. I had a lot of attitude to myself and to other people. When I came to LPO, it was a lot easier to relate with the teachers there and get comfortable with them. I would say probably around the end of my freshman year is when I started to get I grew up going there, because there was I idolized a lot of people and respect a lot of people that have been there before, and they kind of taught me some of the ropes there. I definitely changed a lot of shifted my respect on how I view teachers when I started LPO.
It's 5 years since I've graduated, and I still every day think about all the stuff that Brenda Woodward taught me in her science classes. All of it, like the runoff on mountains into the water and not to use certain fertilizers in your garden, and because it's bad for certain water places or even animals. I'd never forget it. The things that are taught at that school are taught in such a way that you can't forget it. It'll be seared into my brain, all that knowledge, and I'm actually grateful for that. I don't know, I think it helped me emotionally, open my eyes to a lot of things that, I was so closed off to before. I feel like the people at that school, teachers and friends, they kind of, help you open up and, be who you are and figure things out about yourself.
I would say my freshman year at LPO, I felt super comfortable the first day I started there, because it definitely is their motto is family, and it definitely does feel like that. It feels once you start at LPO, it's almost like you feel like you got adopted into a great family. That year it was super fun. We had own electives there, our own things that we did, in art class, different mixed medias that we would always mess around with, and then chef's class, we were always making new foods and international things. I would say this year I feel like I've kind of missed out on learning more about those electives, because they're not there anymore. It kind of sucks, because we have to go to the high school for art and stuff, and that kind of just throws off a whole schedule of being comfortable, because you're around those certain people that just help you throughout your day, and then now you got to go back to the place that you were trying to escape. Kind of just where our building is at right now is super awesome, because when we have chef's class, if we need something from the store, you just walk over to Super One. When I stare at that building, it's that's LPO. That's a school that I would want to go to. It's a comfortable building. I feel it's just kind of our own little sanctuary, our second home. If it gets moved to the portables, I feel I would feel super misplaced, almost I'm back in the orphanage. Going to LPO and the place it is where it's at now gives such more of a comforting feeling than being put back into a place where it's almost we're not going to be seen. People drive by our school and they look at it and they're you know what, I wonder what that is. It gives curiosity bigger and more of a nostalgic. It just really feels you're not at school, though. You're learning from a home-based place. I feel in David's class, it definitely felt when you're at the kitchen table and your dad's helping you do homework.
Literally, it just feels like family.
That's how it felt. I've never felt so welcome in a school before until I came to LPO. Almost so honoring to go there. I would tell kids all the time that I'm honestly proud to be an LPO student. An alternative school really they have their own opinions on how our school is depicted, and when somebody is having a bad day, the whole school feels it. When somebody, even when you would go there and you're feeling down, every single one of the teachers would notice it. You don't go unnoticed at that school. Graduation that we have as well, it's so personalized.
It feels like a huge thank you for being a part of it, you get talked about by a teacher who definitely thinks you're their favorite. Obviously, why would they pick you? I mean, you get gifts, they make the day about you. And I have slight experience in the aftermath of a school that's alternative being shut down and moved closer to the high school and being forgotten about. I attended it. It's in my hometown, St. Mary's. My mom went to the original alternative school when it was there. Then when I went there, all it was left to was just a tiny little class building up behind their high school. And there was no, like, special teacher who was more one-on-one with you. It was just, like, a teacher that they plucked that was already from the school, and they placed them in that classroom. So it was just, like, the same thing that they were already teaching in the normal class, but they called it alternative. And it did nobody justice, and I left that school immediately. If you know about the school and you either know people who don't know about the school, tell them about it. Tell them about it, paint it in a good light, because how could you not? Like, it's the best school ever. But get people talking about it, get people knowing about it, and they'll also want to make this change. Like, we don't want this school to move. If we get more people, the better chance it has.